If you are interested in starting your own podcast, we use Buzzsprout because it is simple and easy to use. Buzzsprout can get your show listed on every major platform while giving you the resources for a great podcast website, audio players that can drop into other websites, detailed analytics to see how people are listening to your podcast, and tools to promote your episodes. Podcasting isn't hard when you have the right partners, and that is why over 100,000 podcasters are already subscribed to Buzzsprout to get their message out to the world. Following the link in our episode descriptions lets Buzzsprout know that we sent you. So in return, you will receive a $20 Amazon gift card from Buzzsprout while signing up for a paid plan. Most importantly, every subscription through our link is always appreciated and helps support our show so we can continue delivering the quality content that you guys listen to. That being said, back to the show.
Hello and welcome to Comic Book Junkies. I'm Andrew.
This is Joe.
And this time it's the last show. Well, we already had the last show of 2025. You'll be hearing this in 2026. Happy New Year.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas as well. So yeah, at the time of this recording, you'll be hearing this in the new year, but we are doing the best of 2025. If you're new here, welcome. We do this every year. For those of you who are old heads, you know what the deal is. It's the 2025 year in review. We go through some of our best books we've picked up. We've talked about a lot of them, but we're going to go over kind of maybe our favorites or maybe some that were like a significant run. Just a few. If you want to hear about some of the other ones, you could check the Instagram, early plug CBJ Pod on Instagram, or you can listen to the backlog here and kind of hear about what we've got. But we'll go through some of those, some of our favorite current books. We have been talking about that lately, actually in our last episode. Go ahead and check that out as well. But we'll recap that here, kind of just a couple off the top, just to kind of rubber stamp it for the year. We've got some of our all media stuff. We could talk about some video games we've been playing. We could talk about some movies we've been watching. Didn't watch that many, spoiler alert. And TV shows that we've enjoyed. So maybe you can go back and watch them on streaming if you happen to miss them or you don't got anything to watch right now, just shit that we thought was good. With that, anything else you want to say before we get into it, Joe? I think actually I've got a couple pickups too, but I'm going to let the man speak. I've been rambling.
I got nothing.
Beauty. All right, let's move right on. Let's just tee it up here. You did get a book technically from Santa for Christmas, did you not? You've talked about it before.
I did. Yeah. Do we want to start with our top comics?
Once we get through here, because I got some Christmas books I'd like to talk about, but
Please.
I want you to refresh on what you got as well, because that is your Christmas book.
Okay. Well, I only wanted to bring up 5 books from 2025 that I acquired this year, and this is one of them. Was my Christmas present.
Absolutely.
That I got in November because I'm spoiled little baby.
Yeah.
But I got a Fantastic Four issue 49, first full app of Galactus.
Yep.
I was at our LCS with Burger, and I saw it in the shelf, and I thought this would be wild if I just randomly spent like $400 one day. So so I'm like, well, let me text my wife to see if she wants to go halves for Christmas. And I put it down and I was talking to her and she's just like, do it. And I'm like, I'm kind of surprised, but
do it.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of a lame way to go about Christmas, but I'm happy. So as long as she's cool, I'm cool. So yeah, I got that book this year. And now I feel like I have to get an issue 48. Unfortunately, you only have so much of a budget every year. And I do have my eyes set on a giant size X-Men 1 for 2026, but we'll see. I do see one of these in my future. I just don't know how soon, but I need the Galactus run now that I got the issue 49. So thank you, Cole.
Facts. Yeah. Big ups, Cole.
Thank you,
Great,
Santa.
Great pickup. Shoot, since you know what? I forgot. I got another book I got to add to this. So if y'all listened, we did a Dear Santa episode recently as well. And I didn't get it from Santa. I kind of got it from me from eBay, but I found my life with Archie 41 finally. So Godzilla trio, at least in American comics, is complete. Been a big Godzilla fan ever since I was a child, especially the one versus Mothra with the really bad dub and the little tiny Asian twins that come out of like a UFO for Mothra. If you know, you know. But yeah, first unofficial Godzilla. It's really just like a caricature of Godzilla fighting a giant moth, but they're never named. It's unofficial, unlike the Cinema Shares free promo that they passed out. But like I said, history lesson, first debuted in a manga. that's worth a lot of money. So yeah, that's that. But then actual Santa came through, and by Santa I mean Jazz. So thank you very much, Jazz, if you do hear this.
What's the chance that our ladies actually listen to us? They
No,
listen to us
slim to
enough at
none.
home, bro,
Yeah, they don't want to hear more of us.
into the ether, and unfortunately, our listeners.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's like a prayer. It's like, I hope they know I'm thankful.
Yeah, but maybe the good karma can hear us.
We shouldn't actually tell them thank you, but we should just thank them on the pod.
Yeah, you don't say thank you.
That'd be hilarious. But I feel like, no, I thanked you on on the pod. You didn't hear it.
Wow, what a supporter.
Yeah, big fans, huh? But no, Jazz got me a G.I. Joe 1. So I finally joined the club and kind of ties into something I'm going to talk about later, but very cool. I needed that. Cobra Commander, Snake Eyes. It's sick. Who doesn't fuck with the Joes for real? But got that. And I got some very cool stuff from my Uncle Ted. So shouts out Ted. He's been on the pod. We need to get him back on. We should have a guest on soon. But not to divert too much. He was so nice to give me a Tales of Suspense 94. Got a first MODOK. I'm like, that's pretty cool.
Burger loves MODOK.
Joe's the MODOK guy, but I do love the MODOK. I like the Tales of Suspense books a lot. I like that like cap run. So that's really cool. I was very appreciative of that. Wasn't expecting that. And then he also gave me a giant stack of other like assorted like bronze books and stuff like that. I've got some like Thor like around Beta Ray Bill. I got some cool Conan covers where he's fighting a gorilla. You know, it's cool stuff. And then he got both of us a Dead of Night issue 11, which is the first Scarecrow. Pretty cool cover. Scarecrow at Marvel, not the DC one. Bronze Age Marvel horror stuff, but very cool. So we each got a copy. Next time I see you, I'll have to pass it along. He told me to. So I'm like, hell yeah. Thank you.
What a great guy. Thank you, Ted. I know you're
I know.
listening. Unlike our wives.
Yeah, unlike our wives. But yeah, very good Christmas. Very thankful. Good time. So with that, I mean, yeah, we already talked about one. You want to kick off our 2025 review with our best pickups, just kind of go through some of those since we've talked about it a little bit, but just kind of bam, surprised you the most?
I'll make it kind of quick because I've brought it up throughout the year. Daredevil 7, first red costume. I was stoked to get that around my birthday, especially because of how high of a grade it is. Off the top of my head, I don't remember. I think it's like a 5.5 white pages, but who's to say? Because I broke it out the slab. I got a Tomb of Dracula 10 for Peanuts, First Blade.
Hell yeah.
I gave up some books I was picking up this year. Just some
This guy bought it from an elephant.
Yeah, and they just gave it to me. Invincible 1, so Berger was able to basically give me
point guard
on that one. Yeah, that was stupid cheap, and I couldn't afford not to buy it.
Facts.
And Hulk 181, first full app Wolverine. Couldn't have got it without my brother Juan giving me such a great deal on the book. He got a really good deal on it. He had 2 copies. The rest was history.
Hell yeah.
Pretty heavy year for Marvel, but I needed it because I was very DC heavy.
You were a DC heavy guy, but you've made strides in evening out the Marvel stuff.
I'm starting to even it out a little bit. Yeah, I mean, it's not as strong as DC yet, but I'm making some motion.
Keep it up.
Well, thank you, bro. And I shout out Juan for giving me that Tomb of Dracula 1. Didn't make my top 5, but it did make one of my personal favorite books of the year. So thank you, Juan, friend and guest of the pod.
Absolutely. And literally, family.
And literally brother. Yeah.
You are that as well, Juan. But that's a great pickup. I actually went all Marvel myself, if we're accounting for what probably was the biggest impact to my collection. So I'm going to say Journey into Mystery 103 first. Enchantress, Executioner, courtesy of Joe. Big shouts out. Been after one of them. Cool ass book. I've been heavy on Journey into Mystery the past couple years, so trying to really beef that up. I would also go with Amazing Spider-Man 18, first Ned leads. You guys knew I was on the hunt for 3 through 20. I managed to knock it off this year because I did also get a Spider-Man 16, that cool Daredevil crossover. He's still in the yellow costume. Great book. And by the way, the 18 is a Ned leads. And then I was also able to get a Journey into Mystery 84, second appearance of Thor, first appearance of Jane Foster. Fairly big book, not typically like a second appearance guy if we're going strictly off that, but because it's a second app and a first app, it's stonks up. But also it's really cool and it's super early, so it was a good timing for the pickup. It was actually with some fantasy winnings last year. Hopefully I could do something like that again. I got a good shot. But besides that, I've also got a Spider-Man 17. Shouts out Jazz once again. She got me a crispy one. I got the second appearance of the Green Gobbler, and and you have to know it. Amazing Spider-Man 14, the first appearance of the Green Goblin. Obviously, that's my biggest pickup. That's the most I've spent on like an individual book, and that was actually tied with my Mary Marvel I have. So those are my two most like expensive books, really out of pocket, and it's a undeniably big book. Like outside of issue 1 and his first appearance, I feel like 14's pretty up there, along with issue 3. But like I'd prefer that to the Vulture as much as I want a Vulture. Nah, I mean, but obviously I had a lot of other books that I was able to be gifted or picked up myself. I had a very good year. I sincerely hope I don't outdo myself next year because I can't do it. Should probably take the lady on a trip rather than get a diabolically like large key again. But whatever, we'll see what happens. I feel a little bit at peace because I've been going hard the past few years, and I'm starting to price myself out on books that I really want next, and I feel like I can't make the commitment because I'm scared. I have fear in my heart, bro. It's too much money.
You need somebody to hold your hand, bro.
No, no thanks, I'm good. But moving on from that, we're gonna go into our best new books of the year, bro. So I mean, we touched on this heavy probably last time and like kind of a lot whenever new stuff comes up. But what are like the best couple things you're reading?
It's a very short list. My only book that made the cut this year is Ultimate Spider-Man. That was the only like great thing I was reading. Absolute Martian Manhunter was good. So was G.I. Joe and Batman Superman's World's Finest, but nothing really hit like Ultimate Spider-Man for me anyway. So that's it.
I didn't read Ultimate Spider-Man, so G.I. Joe and Absolute Martian Manhunter were my two books this year as like the ones that I actually had a good time like reading. Like the other ones I kind of do, but it's honestly more of a chore at this point than it used to be. And at that point you should just drop it. So I'm doing a culling of the pull again. But I am excited to still be reading those two. I just caught up on G.I. Joe and the Dreadnought War is cool. And Absolute Martian Manhunter was doing at least different stuff and it looks unique. So I like the novelty of that. And I heard Grant Morrison's a fan of it too. So I mean, I feel like it's getting like good response. So I dig it.
For sure. I just started Skinbreaker, so there's not enough out to really talk too much on it, but it's so far so good.
It's like if Avatar was cool. I don't like those space tree huggers hippies.
No, it's kind of perverted.
Isn't it crazy that like people are out there not rooting for the humans? You know what I mean? Like this is a whole separate issue. A lot of people I know that it's supposed to be geared towards sympathy towards like the blue alien tree huggers.
But the problem is they never establish a relationship where we're supposed to care about them.
I'm never going to care about that thing. You want to know why? Because I'm a human, bro. I'm choosing us over them every time. Like you're a traitor.
100%.
You're a traitor to the human race. That's a legitimate racist, bro. They're going and they're siding with the blue people. Spoiler alert, you're not going to be the blue person. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro, you should be ashamed of yourself.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm really against them. Like it's not even like indifference at this point. I'm actively against the blue people. Like when I see them on TV, I get mad. Bro, it's like when
and everyone's like, oh, but the picture, look how much time he spent on this. It's just like, who cares?
Wow, this is the best a computer can do. Oh my god.
Yeah, it reminds me of like freaking dubstep electronic music crap. You know,
they just want to put on virtual goggles, bro, and just like they want to be in the movie. Like that's how like about it they are. They're like, oh my god, I want to feel the fucking alien wind through my hair, and I want to be 8 feet tall in a blue cat thing. Like, get the fuck out of here, bro.
100%.
Get a hobby.
Yeah, like comic
like
books.
A different one actually. Like, like get outside, bro.
Yeah,
Start running
Avatars
instead.
For furries. All right.
Cool.
Talk
Sneak diss of the year.
Who knew we hated Avatar so much?
Well, good to get it out in the open.
Yeah,
You're either with us or against us.
Do best TV shows, bro.
Oh, now this will be fun. See, unlike Avatar, there's great things to watch on TV. Not just that are coming out this year, which is what I tried to focus on, but honestly, keep you posted. Jazz and I finished Smallville, and we have moved on to X-Files. So I'm watching X-Files nearly every day with dinner. It's a fun tradition. We're powering through, dude. We're like 3/4 through season 3. Great show. We're gonna finish it and the movie. And then one that you're not watching is Fallout. We did like the first season, Jazz and I. So we are, it's only on the second episode right now. So we are watching that, but that's a solid watch. And then stuff that we've both enjoyed. So I'm going to take a little off your list, but I'll let you jump in here with me. I won't steamroll this part, buddy. But, you know, let's start with The Rehearsal, season 2. For you, it was both seasons. Did this rank on your list?
It ranked high, brother.
It was a
So
great show.
yeah, Nathan for You might have been the best thing I watched this year,
Yeah.
but I put like slash rehearsal. I like Nathan for You better than the rehearsal
Yeah.
personally, but that guy took over my 2025 TV watching.
Yeah, we went
This
through
was a
the
great year for comedy. Him and Tim
yes.
Robinson.
That's what
Uh,
I mean.
get
We've been
them
in
on
a
True
drought.
Detective.
That'd be amazing.
Yeah, no, that's just a meme, but I'm
No, but it
serious.
would. I'm joking.
I'm joking.
Dude, I was just showing Ted and Teddy that at Christmas Eve because he's talking about watching I Think You Should Leave because Teddy's actually been watching Friendship, which is a spoiler alert for later, and Chair Company, and just showing him Tim Robinson's a good time. He's watching Detroiters right now, which I think I watched that this year as well. I think I forgot stuff on my list, so count Detroiters, but we don't got to get too deep into that. And then yeah, I forgot. I think I watched all of Nathan for You as well, right after the rehearsal. Yeah, those were elite. And then yeah, Tim Robinson, if you want to get into it, Chair Company. How high was that? Was it higher than rehearsal or lower?
I think that was my favorite thing I watched this year.
Oh, really?
So Nathan for You was funnier, obviously, but I like the mix of weirdness in it. Like it wasn't just a straight comedy; it was like a little bit of a lot of things,
Yeah.
and I think that made it kind of complete for me.
Cool. Yeah, I really did like it. I mean, I'm a big Tim Robinson fan. I've caught up on like everything so far, so I enjoyed the hell out of it. So did Jazz. And it's just like it was nice that it kept you guessing because like even though there was like a overarching plot, it was so confusing and like random that like you couldn't tell what was actually happening. And I like that it kept me guessing.
It was weird.
Yeah, but definitely recommend. Like those are like the best things that I've seen on TV in a while. Oh, and I forgot to actually put it on my list, but Peacemaker season 2 as far as superhero stuff
That's
goes.
on my list. I liked season one better now that I've had time to sit on it, but I still loved season two.
I agree.
Did you have anything else on your list?
No, honestly, I just had like those five.
Okay. Well, I had Invincible season three.
Oh, I forgot about that.
That was very good.
Yeah, it
I
was.
just think it keeps getting better, better, better. Creature Commandos, that was pretty good.
I forgot a lot, bro.
I enjoyed that.
Cosign.
Season two of Tires was really good. I
Oh,
think I liked
damn.
season one better, but season two was excellent. Still recommend. I feel like Stranger Things really took over 2025, but I've never watched it and never will.
Me too, bro.
Yeah,
This has been coming
we
up a
hate
lot lately,
Tar and we hate Stranger Things.
bro.
I
I went
can't
on
say I
a
hate it because I've never watched it, but I don't know. It just seems
spiritually, I know it's not for me.
gimmicky.
Yeah, I'm not about it. Dude,
Yeah.
I've been on rants about making it known what I don't like. And it's, I'm like, I don't like The Lord of the Rings. I don't like The Hobbits. I don't like The Avatar. I don't like Star Trek. I don't like a lot of stuff, bro.
I like Star. My voice cracked. I kind of like Star
Cool.
Trek, but the rest of that shit can go.
I'm just saying, man, that's
Original
just me.
Star Trek, like Spock, Captain Kirk.
Man,
He's
it
got no
holds no place
emotions,
for me.
bro. He just tells it how it is, bro.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Yeah.
I'm just a hater, man. I don't care.
Yeah, but Hobbits, no.
I don't feel strongly about the Star Trek thing. I'm more indifferent to them, but I actively dislike the other ones and Harry Potter.
Oh yeah, no, I don't mess with Harry Potter, and it's kind of bizarre because I feel like our generation specifically grew up on Harry Potter,
Yeah.
but anything British you can miss me with, except Love on the Spectrum. If there's a British Love on this, is there? No, it's Australian. So yeah, you can miss me with all that stuff.
That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah, the food's crazy. The jacket potato, dude.
Yeah, no, I ain't putting tuna and hot beans on my potato.
Tuna and beans. Oh, it's so good in the cold.
Yeah, they
Bro.
need to go back to making music, bro. That's what the Brits are good at.
Yeah.
Rock and roll. That's it.
Sure, man. Cool. Well,
Yeah, but I guess for the rest of my TV, that's actually it. I did watch the new King of the Hill. It was
oh, me too.
mid but watchable.
Nostalgic.
And then I did watch the Monsters Ed Gein thing. I actually thought that was kind of bad. It was entertaining, but not good.
I didn't watch it. I co-signed everything else you said. I just literally apparently burnt a hole in my brain and didn't remember that all of those were this year. But yeah, no, I co-signed everything. Yeah, Tires was great. I watched that on the plane.
The problem with Ed Gein is that it was a bad show. It was
Oh,
really carried by like the performance. Like
yeah.
I like Charlie, the guy from
Sons of Anarchy.
yeah, he did a great job, but the show itself was a little off. I feel like all of their things have been kind of not good since the first one that they did. What was
Yeah.
that one?
Wasn't that the Dahmer?
Dahmer was uncomfortably good, but they just haven't been able to strike twice. But let's go into movies unless you have any other shows.
Nope, I'm out.
Okay. Well, Tim Robinson, Friendship, amazing.
Yeah, yeah,
He kind
great
of
movie.
dominated this year.
Yeah,
I'm a big fan. I know that's Charlie's boy, but he did a good job this year. I actually
I'm big
watched that
on.
movie with Charlie in theaters with my
Yeah,
wife. He won my wife a gift out of the claw machine, which kind of hurt my pride. But
emasculated you, dude.
yeah, in front of my wife.
He's more
But
Japanese than you, bro.
I still had a good time. Let's see. Sinners was actually my favorite movie of the year that came out this year.
Didn't see it.
Pretty dang good, pretty funny.
Josh Allen's wife.
Beautiful. Superman was excellent. Not even just comic book related, but I feel like we had a conversation a little bit about Superman versus Fantastic Four. I feel like now that the
Yeah,
time has passed, it's really like outdone Fantastic Four. Let's see what else. Happy Gilmore 2 was mid.
yeah.
But I did watch the first Grown Ups this year. I think I've seen it before, but I rewatched it this year and didn't really remember it very well. And hilarious, bro. Grown Ups 2 is not the same caliber as Grown Ups 1, but
I agree.
Grown Ups 1 is hilarious. I didn't get the chance to see F1 with Brad Pitt or that Leonardo DiCaprio movie that also looked mid, but
Yeah,
I'm willing to take a flyer on Leo movies.
that one, no.
Some movies I watched that came out like in the past, so not this year, but movies that I just so happened to watch this year. I watched the Harrison Ford Fugitive movie. Have you seen that?
No.
That was good. I enjoyed that. And then Blue Velvet. So that's like a David Lynch mystery with the guy that stars in Twin Peaks. So obviously bizarre, but like what David Lynch thing isn't weird. So yeah, that would be my movie list. I think it was a bad year for movies.
I only watched a handful, it seems, or at least that I can like recall and like would care to speak on. Because I agree with you, Friendship was number one for sure. Superman was good, and then I did see Frankenstein, the story about the coolest man in all of Europe. It was a Netflix adaptation, so you could watch it on there, but they had a screening at the movies, and that was how I watched it for the first time because Jazz was all jazzed about Frankenstein. I thought it was solid, looked cool. I mean, it wasn't bad. It was a retelling of the story. I have people who have that big a deal with it. I don't know, maybe it's because it's stupid, sexy Frankenstein, because he's kind of got that handsome guy underneath him instead of looking like a fucking huge headed, like lug bolt dude. But yeah, it was sweet. I don't know. Fine. We went to Carrabba's after that, and that wasn't that great, though. It's kind of disappointed. We were supposed to get Hot Pot, and then we bailed, and I was just like, oh, but whatever. And then other than that, I don't think there's any other really like movies that I've seen. I mean, the only thing that we've watched like in recent memory was Graveyard of the Fireflies, the Studio Ghibli movie, which is just like depressing, but also a good movie. I mean, you can't really go wrong with that stuff if you're into anything animated. They do quality, so I can endorse that. But yeah, I mean, that's really it for movies. I don't think I saw anything else, or I forgot if I did, so who cares? But let's just wrap it up on our last one. Video games of the year. I'm not the gamer I once was. We've been playing different games, Pokemon Stadium 2, Mario Kart, Mario Strikers. We've been playing that against each other, so that's been fun. And then we've been both playing, I'm going to speak for you, Pokemon Legends ZA.
Fire.
Banger, is it not?
Honestly, it's not even just a good like video game. I think it's one of the better Pokemon games I've played.
Some people will highly disagree with you because they're like, they don't care anymore. But I'm like, I'm having fun still, aren't I?
I'm having fun.
Yeah,
You're having fun?
I'm having fun.
I'm having fun.
We're all having fun here. So leave it alone.
It's pretty grindy, but I like stuff like that.
Yeah, it feels like it's worth your time. There's stuff to do. It's not too limited.
The original
Whatever.
gameplay went by pretty quick, but the download has got me pretty busy. Unfortunately, I spend more time on this than playing video games, so
Damn.
I'm a little behind, but I've enjoyed playing that game thoroughly. And I'm not a gamer, so this isn't my best category. It's pretty much the only game I've played other than just like stuff on the Switch. But yeah, I'm having a lot of fun shiny hunting with my brother Burger.
Hell yeah, I'm good for that. But other than that, I mean, there's really only one more game I want to make mention of, and that's because the praise is due. As embarrassing as it may be, Digimon Story Time Stranger, pretty good. I played Digimon World 1 as a kid and loved that, even though I was absolutely terrible at it. I don't even think I got far. I used to rock with that stuff way back in the day. I was pumped. I remember getting cards at the Chuck E. Cheese about Digimon cards. But, you know, it's one of those childhood cartoon things. But no, this game is like, takes it more seriously. It's a little bit more mature, and it's really good. Like you get a 6 team party, but you get to use 3 at once. But it's very similar to Pokemon's, so the gameplay loop is fun. If it was on a console you had, I would highly recommend you play it. But it's like a good like RPG type thing. Plenty to do.
You've been hell diving with Juan too.
I have been I haven't recently, but I was hell diving this year. Shout out Juan and Mark. I haven't liberated any planets in a while though, but maybe I'll get back to it. I just haven't been gaming as much. I've been flirting with picking up the guitar again.
I've been thinking about it.
Bro, let's jam. Let's
Let's
get me, you,
jam,
and
bro.
Juan.
Yeah, I think that'd be a good session, bro.
I'm flirting with buying another guitar just because I'm like, I got money that childhood me didn't have. And being a lefty, I couldn't get no cool guitars if in like any color Joe could have got or like any shape. And it costs more. It's awful out there for a lefty.
I usually listen to a lot of hip hop, so like Dirk and stuff like
Yeah.
that. But Smashing Pumpkins always makes my top five every year. And I've been listening to some of their like older stuff, and I thought this would be so cool to learn on acoustic guitar, And then part of me is also thinking like I would love to just like shred on an electric guitar again because it's been since like
It was
early high
fun.
school.
It's a good
Yeah,
hobby for you.
I
It like stimulates the brain.
I have all the equipment. It's kind of
Bro,
lost on me, but
let's get back in, bro.
yeah. Nothing professionally, but I think it would be a lot of fun to kind of pick that back up, get your
I,
creative.
I agree.
Yeah.
Oh, I could start lugging my guitar over again.
Yeah, bro. Plug
I
it
got
into
an
the
amp.
amp. We could just jam, dog.
I've got an orange amp I've used like twice. Jazz got it for me a while ago, and I've got a semi-hollow body because I ordered it from China. And that thing's elite though, because they don't make them affordable for lefties. I'm talking to Jazz about going to get it cleaned up and restrung. I haven't strung a guitar in so long, hands up. So I don't even know. I don't trust myself to do it. So I'm gonna let him clean it up too, because like I said,
It's
it's like a
crazy, bro. I feel like I could still restring a guitar today, and it's been a decade.
damn.
Yeah, I feel good about that. There's some
No,
things you just don't ever forget.
yeah, well, hands up, I'm embarrassing. So I'm just gonna pay for the service and then I'm come pick it up. At least I could take her to Hamburger as well, because that's right across the street by
Yeah.
Comic-Con.
Take your wife to get some food, bro.
Yeah, she wants them burgers. But yeah, speaking of which, we got to get the boys together and go to the Knights of Columbus Con because they just released the new schedule. We got to hit one this year. Can't go to no cons. And then also, that's 2025 for you, dog.
Yeah,
You won't hear from us again till, well, you'll be hearing this in 2026, but we won't be recording again until 2026.
I assure you, my 2026 list for comics will not be as strong as my 2025 list because I'm a sick man and I don't need to one up this year.
Facts. I completely agree. Me neither. But with that,
That would be
nope,
sinful.
it would be sinful. That's the greed they talk about in the Bible.
God's mad right now.
But yeah, that's a year for you. Hit us up on CBJ Pod on Instagram, CBJ Podcast on Facebook. We post everything there. New books, all the books we talked about, all that. Rate, review, and subscribe. Follow us. Do what you got to do. YouTube, we're putting out shorts. Instagram, we're putting out shorts. You can now see us talk like this. We haven't fully graduated to full-on video episodes. We're going to stay audio only, but we are going to be pumping out clips so you get an idea of what's going on. Get a little preview of what we're talking about.
Yeah, I
and
wish we would have read a little more this year. I've been saying that for years.
been a
now,
while.
but we did
forgot how to
bring
read.
some visual element to the pod. So hopefully you guys enjoy that.
I mean, why wouldn't they? We're so handsome. Especially when it zooms in and focuses on like my goofy ass head and double chin. I'm like, whoa, I gotta hide behind the microphone. That's a fun one for you. But you guys, hopefully you liked our recommendations. Hopefully at least one of you takes up one of the recommendations. Now you know kind of you could smell what we're stepping in, kind of what we thought was cool during the year. Because we don't always say about like all that other stuff. We keep it pretty business on comics. But trust us, we are watching movies, we are watching TV. Me more than ever. It's kind of weird. But yeah, that's an episode for you. On to 2026, gang.
Yep. Hope everybody had a great 2025. We'll see you next year.
Peace.